We are live on Facebook, Mitchie boy.
What is up, guys?
Hold on, we're
waiting for Chase to get us on Instagram.
I'm all out of Steve. I'm so lost without Steve. I need Steve so bad. Mitch, what's going on?
Way to make me feel good, Chase. I appreciate that.
Tell everyone, where is our Steve today?
Steve is on vacation. He's enjoying some time with his family, and I think he's in Vegas.
This is true.
We might have to give him some crap about being in Vegas while we're all still here working. But anyways, it is Thursday. It's almost the weekend. We're jumping into Throw It Out There Thursday. Any questions you guys throw out, you get a free t-shirt. You have to go live though, so make sure you do that. The subject today is on you guys, so be sure to throw it out there, ask questions. We're going to throw in a little filler with the main man himself, Mr. Justin, so let's go over there.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I found a sign sitting over here on the side of Mitch's bench.
What are you doing with my tag, Justin?
Where did this come from, Chase?
That came from my old office, which is now Lauren's office, which I know she didn't want that thing above her door.
Oh, so you had to take this off of your door, which is now her door?
I have been asking Doug for a new sign. I told him to get innovative, to make a new monkey phrase. So we'll see what he comes up with. Did you see the bathroom sign?
No. Oh, yes, I did. I don't know. We might have to show everybody what the bathroom sign is, but I'll give you one hint. It says right when you're taking a leak, it's on the wall. The first thing it says, you're on camera. I think HR is going to have a major problem with that, Chase.
We could. Speaking of HR, we got some new people on the feed today.
This is true. Right behind you, I'd like to introduce you to Ernie is on the feed. He hates being on camera, man.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
They're there, but they ain't there.
They don't work.
I know. So if anybody's ever met Ernie, you know he is full of personality if you're in front of him. But as soon as you turn on a video camera, he clams up and there's no Ernie ever again.
True.
So I forced him to be involved in this one because Steve is out of town. And what is Steve doing? He's not massaging his schmeckle. He is actually going to Vegas to have a good time. So,
but he's watching the feed.
He probably. Yeah. Hey, Steve.
He's on here.
Steve, a word of advice. Would you please be on vacation already?
I think we gave you that same advice.
Yeah, I didn't listen. So if you guys have questions for Ernie, he's on the feed. If you got questions for Steve, I'm sure you could sign in. We have one already.
And speaking of the devil,
Steve.
Scuba Steve, what's going on, man? Where are you? You driving?
Yeah, we just about to pick up the kids, and then we are heading out.
So, Steve, we were all betting that you were at a doctor's appointment. Tell everyone what you're doing.
I'm going to Vegas to enjoy some time with my wife's family, and then my family's coming down too.
So, Steve, I have something that I want you to do, and I'm going to borrow it from Ernie, but I'm going to force Ernie to tell you what it is. Ernie, what do you ask me to do every single time I go to Vegas right when I walk in the casino door?
$100 on red.
For you.
Oh, yeah, 100% for me.
Put $100 on red.
$100 on red.
For Ernie. And it
hits every time. And if it doesn't hit, I'm not giving you $100.
All right, fair enough.
All right, Steve. Well, hey, drive safe, have fun with the family, and hey, get some sleep, take some time off, be yourself. Just be yourself, Steve.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, you guys, this is Throw It Out There Thursday, so throw your questions out there. We're going to answer them. Let's start off with Matt. He's got one. Let's see what it is.
Brian Smith wants to know, is there a difference between a 2018 RC R-Shock and a 2020 RC RR shock?
There are differences internally, but there are no differences. There's no differences externally or physically. The lengths are the same, the function's the same. You can swap them back and forth, but the bypass tubes are different when it comes to flow rates, and the ride quality is slightly different. When we do all of our work, we make them fairly similar, so any differences in the factory stuff, we bring up to our level, and it doesn't matter which one we start with, but they are literally different, like from a bypass tube and valving standpoint. Hopefully that answers your question.
Chase is trying to get a live one, but I don't think
we got a live one on the line. We haven't got them hooked yet, but we do have High Lifter in the building, and they got a question. Mitch, why don't you take that for us?
High Lifter, we love red.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love red.
Yes.
And are you all going to rally on the rocks?
That's a good question. Matt, what do we got?
We are not going to Rally on the Rocks, which is next week.
Okay.
We are currently at what's the one up in
You're doing Mormon Lake this
the
week.
Mormon Lake this weekend, and then we will be at the High Lifter event in June, June 9th through 12th in Minnesota at the EFX Park.
Thank you, Matt. What do you got?
I got a live one. Zachary Espinoza. Where you at, Zach? What's going on? What's your question?
It's Zachary Espino. How you doing today?
Doing awesome, man. Zach, what do you got going on, bud?
Thanks, gotta get together. Hey, you guys got a can next for Maverick, Max. I hear a lot of guys running the sway bars and smoking sand, not for sway bars. What's y'all's personal recommendation for the front?
So it depends on the terrain that you're running in. If you take the sway bar off the car, it's going to ride smoother. It's going to be better in rocks and chop, but it's going to be absolutely horrible in any turn. It's going to be really bad in a turn that's got ruts in it or berms in it. Anytime you get some sideways traction, like asphalt, a rut, or a berm that you have to drive the car through, then without a front sway bar, that thing is going to dive on the front corner. It's going to pick the back end of the car up, and it's going to want to roll over faster. So I am not a fan of taking sway bars off unless it's for the day and you're just rock crawling really slow that day. Then do it by all means. But if you're going to be a little faster like dunes or desert, then absolutely not.
Awesome. Thank you.
You got it, man. Thanks for calling in.
That is Zach.
Mitch,
I wonder if you have to update your
I must have to.
what do you got going on? Technical
technical
difficulties?
difficulties on
Yeah, I
the
can't get it
Instagram
figured
feed
out.
for Ernie's phone, but that's good here.
All right.
PCI Radios said second the $100 on red.
Oh yeah, PCI. We're gonna do it. Just so you know, you threw that out there, and we'll make sure that Steve does it. So you got to pay up on the 100 if it doesn't work out.
I have two other questions.
What do you got?
This one was actually asked last week. I'm going to do that on Tuesday. First one is, do you guys do dirt bikes? No, we do not. I'm sorry. The second question, JZ Pitts, did you guys race rally class again last race?
No, we did not race rally class. The reason that we didn't race rally class is because our real race car was done. The only reason that we raced rally class in the first race is because our Pro Turbo car wasn't done, and the only thing we had to race was our pre-runner. Our pre-runner is only legal in the rally class. That's the reason why we did that. But we are considering having Ernie
Dun, dun, dun.
jump in whatever second car we happen to have at the race and let him tear it up. So you might actually see Ernie in the rally class in a pre-runner sometime soon.
You won't.
I'm in. I'll be in the back. But I'm in.
Okay. Matt, what do you got?
David Upteen wants to know, when will we have an adjustable sway bar for the Pro XP? He's looking for the front.
Oh, a front one.
Mitch, I'm going to let you take that one on.
Front? You said front, I'm sorry.
Front
Yes,
XP?
front.
Did you say XP Pro?
XP Pro.
Pro.
XP
Okay.
Pro. Kind of a loaded question.
Yeah.
So you want to answer it, but you can't.
I do want to answer it, but I can't yet because we're still working on something that's going to be extremely cool for that car. Once it's there and we have it and we've tested it, it will be released along with something cool for the rear as well. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Sorry I can't answer that question, but it's happening. Let me just say that. We work on it quite a bit. As a matter of fact, how many times did you guys test today?
Twice.
Yeah, we actually tested twice today already. Before
What
lunch.
did you guys test? So first thing in the morning, second thing in the morning, what were you testing?
We tested actually the same car, Can-Am X3 XRS 4-seater.
Just trying to make it better?
Yep, just trying to finagle it a little bit.
Always improving.
Always improving.
Yes. Who else is testing twice a day, I might ask?
Before lunch.
Yeah, that's before lunch. After lunch, 2 more times after.
Right.
Constant testing, you guys. You probably already know that. We say that all the time.
Yeah.
Chase is always testing your patience.
Oh, you know what?
True.
Josh, you nailed it. You win a prize.
That was actually before work. So, nice job, Chase.
All right, Matt, what do you got?
Lee wants to know, he's got a 2020 General and he's having oil in the throttle body and some metal shavings. Wondering if you know what it could be caused by it.
So I've never heard of a problem with a General like that. But just from a mechanical engine guy standpoint, if you've got oil on the throttle body and metal anywhere, then it's circulating from inside the engine through the evacuation system or PCV system back between the air cleaner and the throttle body, and that is a sign of a piston degradation, compression ring problem, and no matter what, a major issue with the engine. So I've never heard of that being normal, so you might want to take that in and get it looked at. Actually, I'm going to say you need to take that in and get it looked at.
But it doesn't
now.
smoke at all.
Yeah, no, it runs great.
No, it runs perfect.
Sucker's fast.
High lifter in the room, shock therapy with R&D all day long, as well as they said, see y'all at the High Lifter events off-road rally in ERX, Minnesota.
We'll be there.
For sure. It is about the farthest north we've ever gone. I have to say that.
And Mitch is joining us this time.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you guys want to join us at that event, you're going to be able to talk to not only Matt, you're going to talk to Savino, which is always a fun time. If you ask Savino a question, he's going to tell yep, yep, and you're going to wonder what the hell you just listened to.
I get a couple classics in there.
Yeah, what do you got?
Couple classics.
Oh, and classic.
A classic Savino.
But if you don't get an answer from Savino, you can ask Mitch, and you're going to get it like within one sentence, a yes or a no.
Perfect. Yeah, come by, guys. We'll be there. We'll help you out with whatever you need. So.
All right. If you guys don't have questions, then I'll go back to my original. Oh, Matt, please.
Jesus wants to know where he can buy a chassis, turbo chassis for racing, either Polaris or Can-Am. He's down in Ensenada, but he's probably going to have to come up here.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to buy a junk car and use it. You're going to have to buy a chassis from the factory. If it's Can-Am, then some of the race teams are allowed to buy chassis to use for racing. That might be the most inexpensive way. So buddy up to a race team and see if they can do that for you, would be my suggestion. Or you buy a complete car that's been totaled and fix the problems and use all the parts off of it. That'd be best.
Franco
What do you got?
Side-by-Side Customs. Hey, leave Savino alone, man. He's badass.
He is badass. We only make fun of you. We only make fun of you if we love you. So Chase,
true.
we love you the most.
I was going to say, I get a lot of love around here.
For sure.
That is definitely backwards.
Yeah. We actually had a subject to talk about this particular feed, but as long as you guys have good questions, we're not even going to go there.
I do have one from.
What do you got?
Another one from Tuesday. I'm sorry. I skipped over a couple of them, but Chase, you got to turn around to read the question because I don't have it on mine. Recommendations for getting a YXZ setup for desert racing. Already addressed moving the rearward and shock valving plus springs. So I remember that he said he already put a spare tire over the rear. He fixed all what we quoted the geometry issues on his car.
Okay.
He wants any more recommendations for YXZ desert racing.
Can we get a bypass for YXZ yet?
No.
No, there's not. So that's not an option.
We did one yesterday that was really cool. It had IQS on it, and it had, whose long treble was that?
Cognito.
And it actually moved the upper mounts a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good suggestion because the Cognito stuff and some of the others, like maybe the Weller long travel, add some wheelbase to the car. So when you kick the rears back a little ways, that really helps the geometry that we have addressed in other videos, just like adding weight to the back of the UTV. So if you can kick the wheelbase back in the rear, that's a help. If you've already put all the weight of the vehicle all the way off the rear bumper as far as you can get it, then that's the best you're going to get. Other than that, sorry man, but you're about as far as you're going to go.
I got Edward on the line. Edward, you're live, man. Where are you at? What's your question?
Hey, I'm in Nebraska. I'm a complete neophyte to this. I've been enjoying your stuff. Found it about a month ago. I've got a
Yours is working again?
on a 21 Commander 4-seater. My wife wanted a utility vehicle, and I've been a motocrosser all my life. Of course, I started looking at stuff and realized that they had some sport utility stuff. And anyway, like I said, been looking at your stuff and wondering, are you going to have some stuff for the Commander? Have you done anything with it?
Did you say you had a brand new Commander or an older one?
I got a deposit on a new one.
New one.
Yeah.
So we
Haven't even seen it. It isn't even here yet, but
So
those guys up in Michigan, comparing it to the Polaris one, the General, and
Well-
they're going through some whoops, and it looked like it bounced around quite a bit more than the General. And so I'm thinking when we get going with it, might want to do something if you guys offer something for it.
So to answer your question, we're going to jump right on it as soon as we can get one of those. We don't have one yet, but we're definitely going to. We have a kind of a large push right now in the shop to go right into the utility vehicles, and so it's going to be one of the first things that we jump on. So to answer your question, don't have anything yet, but we will the second we get one. If you were local, we would do your car and it'd be done. So I'll throw this out there. Anybody with a new Commander that's in Arizona, let us know, and we'll jump right on it.
So I will also say we're ahead of the game on that. We're also ahead of the game on that one. Reason being is Can-Am went very similar to Polaris's mentality on this model. Polaris has a General which shares a chassis with a 900S and 1000S.
And the new ones are actually Turbo S.
And the new Commander is related to the Sport.
Sports.
It's Sport. So and we have a bitchin' kit for the Sport system. So we're very confident that we'll have something very quick for it. We just need to get one.
Yep.
I get down there once or twice a year. I got a lot of friends in that area. I raced vintage motocross down there over when they used to have speedwheel going. So we'll stop in and see you when we get down there.
Hey, if you can stop in as soon as you get your car, then we might just do your car to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, give us a few days to a week with your car. We'll go riding with you, and we'll dial it in.
Yep. If it's anything like the Sport model, it's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna absolutely love it.
Okay.
Have it.
Thanks a lot.
Have
You
a
got
good
it, man.
one.
Thank you
got
for
it. Thank you.
watching.
How do I get the shirt?
Just messenger Chase, and it's about a 50-50 chance if he does his job.
It comes out of Chase's paycheck.
Yeah.
People got a lot of shirts this week.
I know what you did.
Yeah, because Chase didn't get paid.
Well, let's get real. They got a couple.
Yeah, couple.
A few.
About half of them.
You got any good questions, you guys?
I was going to say how natural he just was on camera. It was
You know
impressive.
what, Ernie, you're growing.
I know, it just
growing
flowed out.
into this
There was
camera.
no,
No,
I mean, almost like he should do this regularly.
I
No,
think you
definitely
should.
not. I'm busy.
We got another one.
busy.
Ramp Rat, what's going on, man? Where you at? What's your question?
I'm up in Bullhead. I got a Turbo S. My question is, my brother has a Turbo, and he bent a rear radius rod. Can I replace two of them, or do I need to replace all four at once if I dish out their radius rods?
You got to do all four. We don't separate the kits unless somebody. Well, we sort of do separate if somebody wanted to buy one, but we don't. But you need to do them all because I guarantee you do one half, he's going to bend the other half. Happens every single time. It's just a waste of money and time. You just to buy the whole set and do it. But your name is Ramp Rat in Bullhead City.
Yes.
So, do you sit on the ramp with scorecards and score everybody launching boats?
No. I'm an aircraft mechanic.
Awesome.
Airplanes orient land. We run around the corners and stay away from the airplanes.
Even cooler, man.
That's badass, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, thanks for signing in and thanks for the question.
Hey, thanks a lot, Steve.
Take it easy.
Oh, look at that.
I'll take Steve.
You see that?
I'll take Steve. Look, can you see the tube socks right here?
I was going to say, you're breaking the Cardinal Steve rule right
Yeah, no. There's a cap for you. Damn.
I think that's a first. Justin is the new Steve.
Without the pee problems.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone would want that many problems.
Matt, what do you got?
Mark wants to know, what is the best way to break the bead when changing tires?
If you're in the middle of nowhere, we've driven over the wheel and tire with the car before. That might be something you might want to try. It's a little sketchy though. The other one is screwdrivers, hammers, and about 2 or 3 people. There are bead breakers that are pretty lightweight you can carry in the car if you do this on a routine basis.
Why are we breaking beads on the side of the road?
Let's ask that. Wait, we can't because he's got somebody live.
Yeah.
So, hey, before we go live, the last question, why are you breaking beads on the side of the road as opposed to like 250 plugs? just to get it back done. Okay, who's live?
Nate Pearson, what's going on, Nate? Where are you at? What's your question?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Turn it on red.
Got a speed on order. Ordered a set of rims and tires. Set of sorry. Ordered a set of tensors and was thinking about the high offset.
Stop walking around because you're breaking up. Sit still for a second so we can hear you. You're breaking up.
You there?
Yeah.
Whoa, so your question was what about the methods and the tensors about the offset?
I ordered a set of DSR 33 tensors, and I was thinking about getting the method, but I didn't know which one had worked best on that car.
You're talking about the Speed UTV, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Speed UTV uses a high offset wheel, which is basically completely inset inward. It doesn't have a lip like this one does. It's flush on the outside. So in order to be similar, or at least work with the geometry on the Speed UTV, then you only have one wheel you can choose from with method, and that's going to be a 401R. 401R is what we race, and it has the most offset possible. That'll keep the geometry really close. No other wheel offset is going to be anywhere near what you want on that Speed UTV. So sorry, I can't give you any choices, but that wheel that Chase is showing you is a 401R, and that's the only one you have as an option to use unless it's the Speed UTV wheel.
All right, that's all I needed. Thanks, guys.
You got it, man. Take it easy. Matt.
Robert wants to know, he just ordered a 2021 Ranger North Star Crew and is wondering if we're going to have anything for that.
Good question. Ernie just so happens to be on the feed and is the best person to answer that.
So yes, we will be offering a Fox shock package for that, for sure. Just waiting on some R&D right now through Fox. So we'll have shock, spring kit, the whole bit, valvable, tunable, rebuildable, the whole thing coming soon.
So Ernie, what's the timing on that? I know that's the next question everybody's going to ask, and it's not really in our court right now.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I've been told anywhere from 2 months to 4 months. Right now, with the way everything's going, I would probably, it's going to be longer than what I'm hoping. So,
but in short, there really isn't an option until we have that shock.
It's really not going to be an option until we have that shock. So earliest option for it might be 4 months. I hope towards the end of the summer we have something.
All right, I got the cast out for Sierra Off-Road Life Razor, and she's connecting. Sierra, what's going on? Where are you at? What's your question? You're our last live viewer of the day.
Sierra got a beard.
You there, brother?
What's that?
Sierra.
I can hear you now. What's your question?
I want to know, I'm thinking about buying an XP Pro, but I was wondering, I wanted to go with you guys' spring kit and internal work on the springs on the valve, but I wanted to see whether you get the dynamics and do that, or just get the Pro and put a long travel instead.
So I would suggest that you do a dynamics and leave it alone. I don't think that doing a long travel on the car is going to get you ahead money-wise compared to like ride quality-wise. I think that you will be, if you spend the extra $4 or $5 grand on a dynamics and then let us do the internals, that's going to be the best riding one that you have an option for right now. If you buy like a Walker version and long travel it, I don't think it's going to ride as good as you will get out of a non-long travel dynamics. So spend the extra up front. It'll probably pay off a lot in the long term for you, okay?
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Matt, what do you got?
Jim Horton wants to know, need portal springs. He already has our spring kit. Does he need to change anything now that he's going to portals?
You will not have to change anything there, but we do want you to manage the ride heights. So once you throw the portals on it, actually let me back up. So make sure that your ride heights are accurate with what you have currently and the tire height that you have. You should be able to just bolt the portals on and everything is perfect. We would suggest that you raise the crossover ring a little bit, because if you're going to put portals on, obviously you're going to drive slower, you're going to be in deeper mud, that kind of thing, and we want to have the right quality, a lot more plush. Cool. What do you got, Chase?
I know I said no more live viewers, but it's Freaky Friday. Cole, what's going on, man?
Oh, you know, this guy here just sucking the balls of the game.
Hey, Cole, congratulations on the good finish last race, man. Good job.
You know, everybody had it easy. Still pretty happy with an 8th place for the weekend, but super fun race. How about you?
Yeah, we had a great time. I tell you, it's always fun to run that race. We had a couple issues ourselves and put us back, but we're really happy with the car. And believe it or not, the car is already prepped because there really wasn't anything to do to it other than fix the clutch and fix the brake lines. So we're going to go testing right away.
So what are you gonna do? We got this nice break. Get everything done while you can.
Yeah, we're going to run the 500 next, so give us 4 weeks, we'll be pre-running.
Cole, you there?
We lost you during that section.
What did
What's
you
that
say?
question again?
Said you started pretty far back in the pack too. On Silver State, you made your way up pretty good.
Yeah, we started 33rd. We ended up 12th, and we're like definitely excited about that. You know, it's always tempered with the problems you have, right? You know this. You have a problem, you're like, I lost 10 minutes there, I lost this. Everybody says that. We're not gonna complain. We're just happy with 12th no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Have you heard? Is there going to be qualifying for Vegas in the weekend?
I have heard rumors that there will be, but there was also qualifying for Silver State, and then they had to cancel it. So I'm gonna not say anything about that and just wait and see. I hope there is. I tell you that. I know you're probably excited about qualifying.
Yeah, I like you. Short and fast. Let's get that.
Well,
Hey, Cole, we got MST Johnny asking us where we're testing at. Where are you testing at, Cole?
The testing I do that's close to me is either Laughlin, I get to talk to them quite a bit, or good old Parker, Shea Road.
both of those are solid, and they're asking where we test. We test locally to get close. We test in Parker if we want to go long distance, like run a full lap, 80 miles floored. We test in Laughlin if we want to run the proving grounds and make sure that the suspension is perfect. So we kind of go all over the place. And if we were running like San Felipe, which is super rough, probably rougher than anything in the United States, then we'll actually go to San Felipe and we'll test there.
He said it's probably the roughest race there is, Justin.
Yeah, guaranteed. And it's its own beast, so we'll definitely go to San Felipe and test specifically for that. So we spread it out. To answer the question that somebody had about testing, we go everywhere.
The other thing I want to know is I gave Chase a t-shirt at the last race.
Are you gonna do the Ryan Bartlett?
Absolutely not, Cole, because you've touched it. I don't want to wash it. I got to wear it at least
and paste it
6
5
times before I wash it.
Hey, Cole, I'll tell you, we all saw the shirt. He was very proud of it.
Guys that do this every
Pink
day.
medium, you know my color and my size.
I try. I get it.
Hey, Cole, have a good one. We'll see you out here.
Thanks, Cole. Matt, you got a question as we're headed over to the boxes?
Yep, Ryan Bartlett wants to know, on the portal video you said the portals put more stress on axles and they should be upgraded, but wouldn't it actually put less stress with gear reduction, taking more load off of them?
Yeah, so we've had that engineering question asked to us a couple of times already. So when you are floored or adding power to the axle from the engine, then there is less stress on the axle with a reduction to the wheel. But when the wheel is adding force to the axle, for instance, like snapping over a stump or driving along and it stops against something, then it has a multiplied force against the axle. And the engine is going to hold it back, and that is why, in reality, no matter what someone does with the math as an engineer, in reality, portal, reducted systems, blow axles routinely because everybody comes back from a trip or a 10-mile run with portals and they're all buying axles tomorrow. So reality is a little different than what engineers are going to do for computation because the forces work both ways. Less driving it, way more force on the axle in braking or load on the tire translated back through the driveline.
And plus, who's driving a portal with a stock size tire?
Nobody.
50-inch
So
tire and-
yeah, so you have to figure the size of the tire that you added to it. You put a portal on it, you're going to put a taller tire on it, and that multiplies the load. So
I got a good one here, and I do this so much to you, Justin, and we got the man here, so I'm going to do it to you, Ernie. IQS panic button coming soon.
I'm gonna revert back to Justin. What have we been telling people?
I've been telling everybody 1 month.
Yeah.
Last month it was a month. Last month before that it was a month. Obviously that has not happened yet, so I'm not even going to tell you. We are working on it. That's the only thing that I'm going to tell you is we're working on it.
We're definitely working on it.
Yeah, and actually Ernie's working on it more than me. He's got a whole ton more time into that.
It's going to be hard to keep secrets if we put Ernie on the feed every day.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Then I can't blame stuff on anybody anymore. I'm like, I don't know. Who knows what's still happening?
Got Alex and the boys killing it over here in shipping. Holy
Yep.
cow.
A stack of boxes with new tape. Right on.
And that's one day, people.
So, you guys, looks like you're chilling out on questions. So I have a feeling that it's time to wrap it up. Thank you very much for your questions on Throw It Out There Thursday. I have no idea what Tuesday is going to be, but if you guys give us a good idea, a good subject to talk about, we might cover it on Tuesday. What do you got?
Justin, say no more. Steve, it's that time. We need you to do what you do best.
Sign us out, Steve.
If you guys are looking to buy anything off the website,
And if the people are in Vegas, where can they find you, Steve? Where are you staying? Come on, Steve. All right, have a good one, Steve. That's it.